Hello everyone! This is Running on Empty Food Review. Well, hello ladies, gentlemen, and everyone watching. Welcome one and all to this newest edition of the Running on Empty Food Review series. I'm your host, The Report of the Week. Thank you for checking in. I'm holding a pen today, just because there's no reason to it. And trying out KFC once more. I was thinking to myself if I even want to start the review off on this note, and I guess I will, because it's what I've been thinking of as soon as I saw that they did this, and I can't get the thought out of my mind, so I'll just share it. And if the sentiment, maybe it's just unique to me, maybe it's not, but does anyone even care about these items from KFC? That's what I actually does anyone even care about them? Because I really don't think anyone does. I don't see any excitement about this whatsoever, but the way I look at it is twofold. Number one, it's something to do. And number two, you have to understand, for years KFC was this horrible establishment. I mean, it was so bad, I didn't even want to go there. And then last year, they really started improving, and I mean drastically improving. And then as we got into 2024, it all started going downhill again. Maybe there's just that little part of me that wants to hold out hope that these were flukes and anomalies and, that they're not going back to, I shouldn't say their roots, but back to where they were a few years ago, because it was not a good place. So we'll see. Either way, KFC has released a couple new flavors of their Saucy Nuggets, and I'm going to be trying them all in this review. 3 separate reviews, 3 quick reviews. We'll see how good they are. What are the Saucy Nuggets, as they say? They're chicken nuggets with sauce on them. That's all you really need to know. 3 new flavors are out. You can get Chipotle Ranch, you can get Mango Habanero, or you can get Honey Garlic. I got all 3. I mean, I'm going all out. 3 reviews in one today. I got an 8-piece of each, and for the price, not as bad as Popeyes anyway, $5.75 for an 8-piece. So in total, I paid about $17.25 for 24 of the Saucy Nuggets. Way better than that $50 ripoff from Popeyes, at least, and I still have a bit of disdain for that. But it is what it is. So this is not a Popeyes review. This is a KFC review, and $5.75 for an 8-piece. So, I'm just going to try them out. Let's see how they are, right? Pretty laid back and quick review here. They come in this bag with the kernel there. Fork. Mango habanero. Honey garlic. Chipotle Ranch. Well, I guess I'll do it in order. I wrote them down in a certain order. I mean, I don't really care what order I try them in. I have no preference. But since I wrote down the Chipotle Ranch first, let's do that one first. So, they describe this as sweet and smoky with a creamy ranch as well to supposedly complement it. Looks like it has an orange hue to it, at least from the top. Now let's open it. There they are, they're sort of languishing in there. At least they look saucy, I'll give them that. There have been instances where some of these saucy nuggets haven't been all that saucy, but they look it anyway. Let us skewer one with this fork. Hold it up. Again described as sweet and smoky with a creamy ranch sauce. You can sort of see the sauce is like a little thicker, right? Well, let's find out. Let's see if it's any good or not. Chipotle Ranch. New saucy nuggets from KFC, they're going in. So far, I'm not impressed. No. You know what disappoints me more than a bad product? A good base with something on it that doesn't work. Because let me tell you, the quality of these nuggets themselves, I'm talking the chicken, regardless of the sauce, as a base, these chicken nuggets are some of the better ones I've had from KFC. I kid you not. They did these perfectly. Chicken is juicy, flavorful, has that right amount of the breading and crisp, and I mean it's just of good quality, real tender. I mean this is high quality as far as KFC is concerned. So imagine trying that. These nuggets, which I would go as far as to say are delicious, honestly. Chipotle Ranch, sweet and smoky with a creamy ranch. You know what they taste like? They taste like a darn good base with this poorly diluted ranch dressing on them. It would be like if you got a bottle of ranch dressing, dumped 3/4 of it out, then filled it back up with water, and then stirred up that remaining 25% of ranch in this watery mixture, and then soaked these chicken nuggets in that. That's what it tastes like to me. There's no chipotle element to these. There's no smokiness to these whatsoever. Definitely no sweetness. It's this watery, diluted ranch flavor, most certainly unappealing, and this is genuinely saddening at this point. And may this be the anomaly, because it's sad because there's actually good quality chicken here, being ruined by a sauce that's of very poor quality. So there's nothing Chipotle about this. Ranch, low quality ranch, I guess if you want to call it that. Very disappointed in that. You know, the price is fine for what they are, $5.75 for 8 of them, but so far, really let down by this. I would give those, I would not get that again. I mean, that's 3 out of 10 we're talking, and that's solely because the quality of the chicken, that is the only thing carrying it. Otherwise, they would probably get a 1 out of 10. So, I hope that's the worst of them. Sip as a little palate cleanser. Next up, Mango Habanero. Now this one, at least, is interesting. Interesting combination. They say it's fruity mango with fiery habanero, you know, so it's supposed to be fruity but spicy. Not as saucy, though. Not as saucy as the Chipotle Ranch counterparts were. You know, I'm not sure how well you could really see it in this light, but there is a lot of exposed surface area. You know, and I'm trying to be giving them the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to find the one here that is the sauciest of all of these, and, you know, proceed therefrom. We got to find a real saucy one, okay? This one looks like the sauciest of them. So mind you, they call them saucy. You shouldn't have to dig around to find the one that is actually covered in sauce. I mean, this has potential, and hopefully the base will be just as good, and hopefully the sauce is going to be better. I want to see it. These nuggets, especially if these are just as good as the other ones, deserve to at least have a worthy sauce to them. Fingers crossed. Mango habanero going in. chicken quality is excellent still. And with no exaggeration, if I were reviewing these sans sauce, purely as nuggets, I would probably be giving these like a 9 out of 10. As far as the chicken quality is concerned. I mean, they're excellent. Mango habanero. This is interesting. This is genuinely spicy, as far as fast food stuff goes, mind you. You know, you could go to any local wing place and find something a million times hotter than this, but that habanero pepper, definitely there. Spice hits you immediately. It is strong, it is potent, and it is lasting definitely as an aftertaste. Tongue is a little tingly right now, and thankfully, it's not one of those spices that is in my sinuses and is making me cough or any of that stuff, I'm pleased to say. This is mostly, I would say, spice that activates upon contact, and you will notice it immediately as soon as it hits your tongue. First thing you're going to notice is the spice. It's still there on my tongue, you know, this burning spice, essentially. The thing about it is that while you can taste the mango, and it's an interesting combination, I wouldn't necessarily say that it works in so much that they necessarily go well together, and I think, wow, this is delicious. But I guess they tolerate, you know, you could tolerate it. It's not necessarily bad, it's not necessarily good either. But the key point here is that that fiery habanero pepper is all that you're really going to notice here. That steals the show. And the mango is so subdued that you're not really going to notice it at all. So these are just really the spicy ones, and really hot as far as the spice is concerned. And the mango is an afterthought. So if you go in hoping for that mango flavor, you might be a little let down, because really this is just quite spicy. You don't really taste much else. You don't really taste much of the chicken, just the spice. But it is a big improvement from the Chipotle Ranch. So therefore, out of 10, I'm going to give these a 6.7 out of 10. Wish you could taste a little bit more of the mango. Wish they worked together a little bit better. But nevertheless, still a step in the right direction and very hot. This is more akin to something that if you just want the spice, I would say get these. You know, forget about the mango, sort of ignore that, because you're not really going to taste it much. And the habanero is where it's at. Giving myself a couple seconds to see. The spice is starting to fade. It is long lasting. That's another thing I will emphasize. But, yeah, good if you want something really spicy, because you'll get it. And it's like that immediate, you know, the spice, it doesn't come as an aftertaste. It just hits you right off the bat. It hits you hard, and it lingers a bit. And now, honey garlic. Sweet with a kick, they say. And that's what they say. It's the honey and garlic plus heat. You wouldn't really think that from the name. You know, you'd see honey garlic. You'd think, oh, this is the thing that I'll take to kind of cool things down a little bit. But that's not true. Wow. You could smell the garlic here. And that's not abnormal. That's usually the case. And these, once again, are on the saucier side. 8-piece, price $5.75. I know everyone recommends milk with the spicy stuff. I understand that. I'll still get the comments saying that, but it's dissipating. You know, it's not extremely long-lived, but again, it does linger for a bit. Take one more sip to cleanse the palate. I'd say I'm ready to try these out now. The honey garlic. Saucy Nuggets. See, now that one is saucy. And I didn't have to search around for that, so that's good. I've mixed experiences with the garlic stuff from any of these places. So let's see if this one is, hey, let's find out. Honey garlic. KFC Saucy Nuggets going in. I didn't want to drag this video on too long, so had that last bite, washed it down with a little bit of water. The honey garlic. Well, let's see how they describe them. Sweet with a kick. There's no kick to it at all. They're sweet. I will give them that. You know, this is an oddity. Honestly, all of these are oddities in a sense, which is sort of weird to me, I guess, for lack of a better word. Right, it's like you got the Chipotle Ranch, which isn't sweet, and it's not smoky, but it's got this watered-down ranch. You've got the mango habanero, which is mostly just habanero, very little mango, and they don't really work together. And then you have the honey garlic. Honey and garlic with some heat, sweet with a kick. So you go in and you're expecting, oh, it's going to be sweet and spicy. I bet you'd probably... All right, one of two things. You would either go into this expecting it to be either cooling, relief, because you don't really see honey garlic, you think that's going to be the cool one, or you go in thinking, all right, this is going to be, right, because the mango habanero really brought the heat, so this one, the mango habanero, they describe sweet and spicy, whereas this one, they call it sweet with a kick. They almost make the implication that this is supposed to be even hotter. It's not. There is no spice to be found whatsoever here. And anomalously, I open it up, and, you know, with garlic, of course, you could always smell it, right? And I certainly could. I still can. I could smell it, but I can't really taste it. These are more or less just honey nuggets, and that's it. There's the sweetness, and that's pretty much all that there is to it. I take bite after bite. You can't even really taste any garlic, and there's no spice to be found whatsoever here. It's just very, very, very mild garlic note. No spice to be found, and I waited. I took my time to make sure that that spicy aftertaste died off, so that, you know, nothing was skewed by that. And, no heat, no kick, no spice, minimal garlic, plenty of honey, which, you know, isn't bad. It actually complements the chicken well, but it's not what they say that it is. It's not what you would go into this expecting. Honey garlic. There's some honey there. You could smell the garlic, but you're going to think, where is the garlic? Because I can't really taste it. And then if you go in this expecting spice, you're going to think, what's wrong with me? Because there is none to be found. No spice whatsoever here. There is none. Spice is a zero, essentially. So, all of these are total anomalies. Chicken quality is great. Once again, these nuggets are excellent. And out of 10, therefore, the honey garlic, I mean, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10, because I have to factor in what it's supposed to be versus what it actually is. And they're pleasant to eat, but it's not what one would be going out of their way to get. It's not what it's advertised as being, you know, is what I'm trying to say. My final thought on this, and I think this sums it up, and take this for what it is, all right? And I'll leave it at this. I tried out these 3 flavors, and after having all these flavors, you know what my thought is? My thought is, I wish I got an order of these nuggets without any of the sauce on it. That's what I'm sitting here thinking. I'm thinking, you know what? I wish I got an extra order of these nuggets tonight, just the way that they are, with no sauce. And that would have blown all 3 of these out of the water. So, when the big appeal is the saucy nuggets, and here I am saying that I wish I could have some of these nuggets without any sauce right now, that should tell you everything you need to know about this whole lineup right here. They missed the mark, I'm afraid. Not the worst thing I've seen from KFC, but far from the best, and I'm sitting here sort of wishing that I got these nuggets without any sauce, because the base of this, the quality of the chicken tonight, deserves better than what it got. It really does. These nuggets would have been some of the best I've had from KFC. And then to have either downright horrible sauce in some cases, or sauce that is just so conflicting or bewildering. I pity the poor nuggets. They didn't deserve this. To be as good as they were, and then to be doused with this sauce that takes them down to a level that they should not be at. I feel sorry for them, I really do. I wish I got an order of these nuggets without any sauce, because that would have made for a real good meal right there. I would tell you, that would be like 9.5 out of 10 material. So, when I'm sitting here at the end of this review for these saucy nuggets, almost wistfully talking about how I wish I got some without any sauce, no, that's it. That's all you need to know. Swing and a miss from KFC. That's all that I have for you. Until next time, I'm your host, The Report of the Week.